Aloha and shalom, everybody. We're here for the first quarter activation, and I'm really grateful to get to be live with you guys again. It's been a minute. It's been a few weeks. So we had the new moon last week, and that was the new beginning. That was the fresh slate, the new lesson that we stepped into, and now we're 1 week into this moon cycle. So we're gonna ask the Archetypal Alliance, of course, where we're at in this process. What is happening? What's going on? What's the lesson in focus right now, which is also known as the challenge and gift. And I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle while you guys are tuning in. Let me know in the comments where in the world you are tuning in from. I'm tuning in from the Verde Valley, Arizona. Where in the world are you tuning in from? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to share this video now while we're live with family, friends, someone who could use an uplifting message, someone who could use some guidance right now, or maybe you have a favorite group that you're a part of that you want to share this with while we're live and get everybody in the portal. Or feel free to wait till the end and share the recording. It'll also be on YouTube and Instagram, Rebecca Magic, as usual, for anybody who's not on Facebook that you want to share it with. So good to see you guys. Yay! Gotta stay hydrated out in the desert. Gotta stay hydrated everywhere. We're literally made of water, right? Okay. Just giving thanks in advance for this message that's about to come through. Thank you, thank me, thank we, thank the one. And beginning with the current challenge and gift, which is also the focus, the main focus. I feel like I'm sinking in this chair. Oh, that's better. I'll do that. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay. I'm asking, what's something we're stepping away from? Something that we might be a little attached to, that we're struggling to let go of, or something that maybe we're kind of aware we need to let go of, but revealing this card will confirm it and really allow us to have the confidence to move forward with what we really always knew deep inside anyway. And why we're going through this. And an ally, the main ally. All right, let's just jump right in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Current challenge and gift. Two of Swords looks like this. And this archetype is all about a standstill, a lack of certainty. There isn't yet any sure clarity. There's an answer that you're looking for. You might feel frustrated that you don't have it yet. There's a choice that needs to be made. You may feel frustrated that you don't feel equipped to make that choice yet. You don't know. You feel unsure. Okay? And two means we're just at the beginning of this process. So whatever the matter is, first of all, trust in the timing of the process. Be patient. Understand this mainly right now. If you don't know the answer, you're not yet meant to know it. That is the wisdom that comes with this archetype. So if this is the current challenge and gift, we're really being asked to look at where are we frustrated that we're not going faster? Where are we frustrated that we don't know yet? Where are we frustrated that we can't, we can't choose a path? We can't choose between the options that we're facing. We just feel a little stuck It's time to look at those places in our lives where we feel stuck and let go. And look at how we can just simply be more present, let go of this energy that we're expending on needing to know, needing to choose, where really it's not getting us anywhere. We're chasing our own tail. Take that energy back and put it towards simply being whole and fully present here now. And in that way, you will be sure not to miss out on any important information that's going to come your way that will help you make the proper decision at the right time. If you're so busy stressing about why don't I know and why isn't this moving faster, you're simply taking yourself out of the present, and there is information trying to make its way to you, perhaps in obvious ways, but perhaps in more subtle ways, and you're going to miss out on those cues and those signals and those symbols if you're so busy doubting yourself, putting yourself down, wondering why I just don't know yet. Why can't I choose? You're not meant to yet. So right now is not a time to act. And another way, another reflection, another way you can see this as truth is we're just at the first quarter right now. We had a new moon last week. We're still very much in the beginning of the cycle. We're just getting our toes wet. Okay, we still have to move through this cycle. We still have to have the full moon revelations, all of the details be revealed, and then the final quarter where we wrap it up. So we're in the beginning of the process. It's not only is it fine to not know now, it's actually perfectly aligned that you don't have all the information yet and that you wouldn't know what choice to make yet. More is on its way to you. So just stay present. Don't be upset that you don't know yet. Don't beat yourself up. It's all good. It's all actually perfect. We want to move from feeling like I am not enough, I can't decide what is wrong with me, to actually it's perfect. Not only is it okay, it's great. Everything is right on time. And the more we can go from that to that, right? The more we can go from feeling stressed out about not knowing to fully surrendering. That jump from one to the other will determine your soon-to-be success. Okay, so the more you can transmute that uncomfortable feeling, that painful feeling, or that suffering that you're creating for yourself, the more you can transmute that into full trust, authentic surrender, true faith, true returning to the knowing that everything really is in divine order. And I'm not talking about spiritual bypassing, right? But really moving from that place of fear and doubt and anxiety back into the space of the heart, which is truth, knowing, faith, trust. That's the journey right now. It's not really about anything that's going on outside of you, although everything that's going on outside of you is to help, to support you, to make that jump from the one to the other, to make that jump from feeling confused, lost, scared, to feeling trust and faith and a deep knowing that it's all right on time. That's the challenge right now. And for some of us, it looks, the path looks a lot more daunting, right? To get from there to there, it feels impossible. And for some of us, it's like, oh, it's just like a matter of bringing that into the awareness and applying it to the situation, right? But we're all in it together, regardless of where you are on that spectrum. And so we can all support each other right now simply by doing the work for ourselves first and being an example of that process of moving from the fear to the faith, the anxiety to the acceptance. So how can you examine your life, look at the ways in which you're feeling doubtful of your path, feeling unsure, feeling uncertain, and then change that into positive affirmations, positive visions. Okay, so it looks like this. You might be just reflecting on your process and going, wow, yeah, I've really been feeling like I'm not making enough progress in this one relationship or this project or this job. And then catching yourself in that thought and going, okay, but let's look at how far we have come. And let's trust that right now, this is just a moment of stagnancy. There's information on its way to me right now that's going to answer that prayer that I've been praying every day for forward movement. I just got to let go of it now and trust that it's on its way. Okay, this is the process of like talking yourself through it. So everywhere in your life, you can alchemize doubt or mistrust or uncertainty into faith, trust, acceptance, surrender. That is where the gift lies, in each of those opportunities you take on to alchemize the one into the other. Why are we going through this? The Emperor. We have our major arcanum pull of the night. The Emperor. Right? We're going through this so that we can get to this. What is the Emperor archetype? The Emperor is the one who acts with clarity, acts with strategy. Strategy is a key word for the Emperor, okay? We don't want to just create a pattern, right? Because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So what we're doing right now, we're like setting programs in place, right? Like that's what we do every day. When we move about our reality, we're forming beliefs, and then we're subconsciously creating these systems of thought, these programs that continue to run, right? So we don't want to keep putting on this thought loop of, oh, I never know. I don't know about right timing. When will I make the right decision? No, we're working on surrendering that, trusting there's a time, there's a season, so that we can step into this archetype of the Emperor, the sovereign, the one who knows that there's a time to observe and then there's a time to act. It's all about strategy. It's about making smart moves and making moves, thinking thoughts, saying words that are going to support the sustainability of all of your dreams that are unfolding, all of your desires being fulfilled. So we're going through this right now, this period of learning how to let go, surrender, stay present, and observe so that we can then make the right decisions. That is going to help us, that process is going to help us activate this sovereign within. This one who knows how and when to act to actually get the job done all the way through. The Emperor or the sovereign doesn't sit around worrying that he doesn't know what to do, or he's not going to know when to call the shots, or he's not going to know what shot to call. The Emperor, the sovereign, is not weak. The sovereign trusts in the divine plan, the divine order. Check it out. It's number 4, which is the number of structure, which is the number of law, which is represented by a square. You see a lot of sharp corners here. You see the 4 ram's heads here, right? There's all this symbolism that's depicting this archetypal piece of wisdom right here that I'm sharing, is that this law, this structure, is based on divine law, divine structure. The sovereign, the Emperor within you leans on this structure, this divine code, this blueprint. And someone who does that, someone who has this archetype highly activated in them in a way that is positive and in service of the one, doesn't doubt the plan, doesn't sit around, wallowing in self-pity. Oh, why am I not making, the right decision? Or when will I know to make the decision? There's such a faith and trust in the unfolding of what is meant to be when you have this archetype activated. There's no space for doubt. When you have this archetype activated in you, you trust each moment as it's unfolding according to this divine sequence, law, structure, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and something that we can let go of, and I had a feeling there was going to be another major archetype coming up there, and here it is, Strength, also known as the Enchantress, and she's number 11. Most of you guys know I changed my cards. So we can let go of this to move on to this. What does that look like? What does that look like? This process of purification, of detoxification, it can look like, okay, let's put it into human terms right now. Okay, let's put it into practical terms. If you've been really focused on healing, if you've been focused on purifying, detoxing, heavy in the prayer, and you've been doing all these things to connect to your higher self, to connect to your spiritual self, to better your life. And then you're feeling like, I'm at a standstill, I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not getting any clarity, I'm not moving forward. Let it go. Let it go. Just be human. Just be real. Just be yourself. You don't need to keep doing more healing and more purifying and more prayer and more this and that. What you really need to do is learn how to just be. Because right now it's about just being so that we can be as present as possible to receive the incoming insights, to receive the symbols and the signs as to what decision we're going to be making soon. We don't need to continue busying ourselves with all of these processes and doing all of these things to be better. Just sit with who you are right now. Stillness is really good. Just being in nature is good. Being in quiet places is good. You don't need to fill your brain with more. You don't need to do more effort. You just kind of need to pause and let everything catch up with you right now, okay? That's required for this, to access the wisdom of this archetype right here, this feeling undecided, feeling stagnant. If you keep just doing things, you're never going to let everything catch up to you, so you can come to a place of integration, you can come to a place of rest, and then come to a place of being ready. Because only in that stillness do we become ready to fully receive the information that is incoming, which we are going to need to make decisions very soon. So don't feel like you need to do more. Just chill out. And let those thoughts come up, of feeling inadequate, of feeling unsure, of feeling uncertain. They need to first arise so that you can recognize them and have a little talk with them. But again, none of that stuff is even going to come up to be able to be looked at if you're so busy trying to heal, and do more and be more and learn more. Like, just chill, let it come up and move through it. And we have the Chet, the Hebrew letter Chet, as the ally of the week. You can look it up, you can Google it. C-H-E-T is how you spell it. And the Chet is connected to card number 8, which is justice, also known as balance. And the Chet, you can kind of see it as like the gate, the doorway to the heart, which is where that eternal balance lives, right? Because the card number 8, Arcanum 8, balance, justice, it has to do with the justice that is a result of the natural order of all things, as it all exists as one in the center of all centers, right? The Chet is like the doorway to that. Okay, it's the gate back to that balance. So if this is the ally right now, what is it saying in regards to everything else we just said? What is it saying we should be doing or thinking to help us in this journey right now through indecision, toward acceptance, surrender, presence, to receive the signs to then take proper action? What is the Chet saying? It's saying when you feel that anxiety, when you feel uncertain, just go back to the heart. Go through the gateway back to that place where everything is always in eternal balance. And it's like, how do you go there? Just within your mind. Just within your mind. Start there. As in one dimension, so in all. The first principle of Hermetics is the principle of mentality, because it all begins there. So close your eyes and go into that space. And it can look, for all my sciencey folks, it can look so simple. It could be so simple as just going into your mind and acknowledging that truth, that there is that liminal space, that space between all things, that is always perfect, that is always in balance. It's the light that's woven through all things. It is eternal and it's perfect. And so all you need to do is remember that as a thought, right? And what happens when you remember that is you activate that neural pathway of remembrance. And as that lights up, it reflects in your physical reality as an actual pathway, as an actual bridge to wherever it is you need to go next. all you need to do is remember and let that pathway light up within so that it can be manifested without. Okay, so the chet is going to say, when you're feeling undecided, you're feeling uncertain, you don't know which way to go, there's nowhere to go. Actually, there's no such thing as time and space. That's what chet tells you, right? It's the gateway to the heart where truth lies. It's the voice of truth. So when you're feeling uncertain, unsure, it's going to say, time and space aren't even real. There's nowhere to even go. There's nothing to even do. This is all a game of remembrance. It's all a game of coming back to the gate of the heart and entering in there and resting there, letting go of the anxiety, letting go of the fears, recognizing it's all false. It's all there just to further stimulate you into action, ultimately coming back to remembrance of that truth that is within your heart and within all things. And when you come back to that remembrance of the eternal balance, you can really relax and let go and just stay there, just be there in the heart. And that's how you can be most whole, most holy, most present right here, right now, not having to do any more work, literally just entering those gates right now. You don't need to do anything. Enter the gates, rest in the heart. And from there, you will hold the best space you can possibly hold for information to come through, for information to come in, with the least amount of fear, with the least amount of filters, with the most receptivity to the codes that you're gonna need to actually make decisions when the right time comes. So just let go and rest there. Enter the gates through the chet to the heart. I don't know, and I don't need to know. Because all there really is to know is that truth, love, light, and all synonyms for that it's one, and it's eternal. And as I remember that, I rest and relax into the heart, allowing information to come in and support me on my journey, being led by my heart to the heart and through it and back to it again. You know what I'm saying? And in this way, I truly become sovereign. And in this way, I truly lean on the divine blueprint that is back of all things, sustaining all of life. And from there, I can truly be of service. I can truly make the right decisions when I'm meant to. Yeah! Yeah, I'm really feeling that. I'm really feeling that a lot. There's nothing to do. Just return to the heart. And just be there. Just be there. The more uncomfortable, the better. What comes up for you, look at it. Move through it. Thank you for being here for this activation with me, you guys. I look forward to next week, full moon, hopefully live activation. If you enjoyed this activation or previous ones, please leave a review on my Facebook page, facebook.com/royalpathtarot, or email me some words, info@royalpathtarot.com. If you want to book a reading with me, I'd be so happy to sit with you. I have all of the platforms, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are. Just email me, info@royalpathtarot.com, or private message me here. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. I appreciate you. You know who you are. I believe some of my links are down on my wall. My Venmo is just Rebecca-Magic, as you see my name spelled here with a CK. Thank you so much for giving back and for being a part of these activations that have been going on for years. So grateful for this community and happy to be doing the work with you guys. See you next week for the full moon. Peace.